How do I flirt without feeling awkward? Such a good question. And you're really, really not alone. I think so many people can feel a bit awkward when it comes to flirting, because it's all about communication, isn't it? And energy and sexual chemistry and body language and literal communication. So my first tip would be to practice. Practice makes perfect. It can feel really nerve-wracking to get yourself out there, but if you take the pressure off and start to think about it like, I'm just having fun, I'm just practicing to communicate with someone, I'm not actually having a goal in mind like, I'm doing this to impress you, I'm doing this to get you into bed. If you kind of take the approach of, I'm doing this to be playful, I'm doing this to show you some interest, I'm doing this to practice getting you interested in me, it can become a little bit of a fun kind of game, not like a negative game playing, but almost like a playful, cheeky little game. And remember that there are millions and millions of people in the world, okay? So the worst thing that's going to happen if you try to flirt with someone and it doesn't really go the way you want is that that conversation is not going to continue, okay? You're not going to die. It's not the end of the world. There are millions of people that you can practice your flirting with. Remember that flirting is not just about the words that come out of your mouth, okay? It's about the body language, but also the energy that you carry. Now that might not be able to be seen, but it can be felt, okay? And anyone, it doesn't matter what you look like, what your age is, what your past experience is, everyone can start learning how to tap into this energy of confidence, self-esteem, sensuality, sexuality, and intrigue. You know, there's so many ways of igniting this interest and excitement between people. So I would start really small. Don't put any pressure on yourself. Start, and this can be tricky, it depends where you're at. This is why it's kind of broad. Me doing these little videos are quite broad. You know, everyone has their own specific needs, but I would start off by looking in the mirror. And you know, looking in the mirror can actually be quite a challenging, I might even do that as a Tuesday challenge, because not everybody likes looking in the mirror. You know, it can be quite confronting, like looking at yourself going, who am I? Like, do I even love myself? Anyway, I'll not get distracted. But if you don't feel, so if you feel a bit awkward to go out there and start flirting physically with people, you could start by just looking in the mirror. Just hold your own space. Look in the mirror and just breathe. How do you feel? How does your body feel? This is what somatic sexology is about. You go inward and you see, you know, with that awkwardness about flirting. I mean, what I would do with a client, if they felt awkward with flirting, I'd be like, do you want to practice? Do you want to practice flirting with me? And we'd have feedback. So they'd try and flirt and I'd let them know if it landed well, and we'd kind of tweak it, and we'd go inwards and see what feels uncomfortable, and then we'll try some different things, and until the person gets to a space where they're like, actually, this doesn't feel so scary. So yeah, if you do want to have a session, get in touch. I do free discovery calls, and we can practice one-on-one online.